Hi guys, Dave Pinson here, moving to the Philippines. Today I want to talk about banking and finances in the Philippines. Um, so once again, this is all from my perspective. I'm not a financial person. I don't work at a bank, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Depending on where you're from, it could be slightly different. But me being from the U.S., this is what happened to me in my banking. Um, First of all, sending money to the now this could almost be a separate, but sending money to the Philippines. So there's several places that do it. Western Union does it. Remitly is a company that you can send funds, and Zoom XOOM, which is part of PayPal, but it's like foreign. It's three easy ways to send funds to the Philippines. There's probably a few more, but that's what we do with our banking account. Like I have a banking account in the U.S. and I will send money to different people in the Philippines, and you can do it through GCash. GCash is another. It's a local app here. They're starting to use it worldwide, so they're starting to use it in the U.S. But I'm not sure that you can go direct from GCash to here. But sending money to the Philippines, I will use Remitly or one of those. You can send those through a bank account, so you can send directly to their bank account. But a lot of Filipinos don't have bank accounts, but they should. It's a good thing you have a bank account, so you can send directly to their bank account. They can go take the money out through an ATM, or they can go to the bank and get the money, or you can send it to a place like a store. Um, Different places they can go that have a little sign on there where you can get the money there. There's places. Gosh darn it, hang on, just a second. So they're just called money. A place where you get money remittances. She said, I'm not sure where people remit money, and so there's tons of them. There's tons of them, and when you drive through almost any town of any size, you'll see all these things where you can get your money. When you send the money through Zoom, for example, XOM and Remitly, it'll give you an option of sending the money through one of those or to a bank account. So you send the money that way, right? And it's usually pretty quick, right? Um, you can also send large amounts of money. So when we built this house, we had to send large amounts of money, and most of those places, like Western Union, it's only $10,000 per month, and that's a lot of money, $10,000 per month. But it's not a lot of money if you're building a house and you have to send 10,000, 20,000. That's how much we had to send. So you can do a wire transfer. Wire transfers can be tricky. What we found out was it was a little difficult because at the bank where I banked, there was only one person in the whole bank that could do a wire transfer. I don't know why. He said, "What do you mean?" Well, they won't be here till 2 o'clock. So wire transfers take a while too. They take like 5 days or so. They don't just happen like that. So you can do a wire transfer. There are some other companies you can search it out that will send large amounts of money. We tried that too, and it took way too long. So you're better off sending like $1,000 at a time and putting it in an account or something and saving it up if you have to do a large project. But most of us don't have to do that, right? Um, Having a bank account in the Philippines, if you're an American or a foreign citizen, can be difficult. First of all, you have to have an ACR, um, Alien Certificate of Registration card, and that's going to take a minute to get. They don't just give you that when you get it when you get here off the plane. Um, I didn't apply for one till after a year. After I'd been here for a year, I finally applied for one, and then they last for a year. But with those, you can get a bank account, or you can get put on your wife's bank account. So what I suggest is you open a bank account in your wife's name, and then you can remit some of the money to your wife's account. So that's what we do. So because most people that are living here that are American or European are retired. I say that. That's what I see. Most people that are not Filipino that are living here are retired. So I have my retirement. All my retirement goes directly to my bank account, my U.S. bank account, right? So then I will remit so much money to hers, and then we use her debit card, her card from her bank. She has Philippine National Bank. We use her card when we go grocery shopping and whatnot. The reason being is that they charge like $2 or $3 every time you use the card in a foreign country if it's you use your U.S. debit card. I was doing that for a long time until I realized they were charging me. I called them up and said, "Wait a minute, you don't have to charge me. I live here now." They go, "No, sir, we always charge you." So check your bank. Most banks will charge you a fee to use the card overseas. So we started shipping money into her account and doing it that way, and then she uses her card. We also use Gcash a lot. We use Gcash. It's just a G with cash behind it. We use Gcash to send money to all the family here. We have family that we've helped here, helping through with their college or helping with their, just helping family out here and there. It's part of the culture. Um, I don't know. I try to be generous, so we help people when we can, and there's ones we've helped through college. So when we send them money, we Gcash it, and we usually Gcash it directly to their account. Most of them have bank accounts, or we'll just do the remit where they can go to one of those places. There's several places, and they can get the money. All they need is a transaction number and stuff like that, ID, right? So that's one thing I would suggest is you get an account in the Philippines as soon as you can. Um, Opening an account in the U.S., for example, there's only one bank, Philippine National Bank, that had one branch in Los Angeles, and you could only deposit money there. It wasn't really an active bank, so I looked into it, and it wasn't really going to work for me at the time. We were getting ready to come over here to use it as a bank, so I didn't have an account in the U.S. of a Philippine bank. Now they have banks here that are international, like Union Bank, for example, but it's not the same bank. So if you have a Union Bank account in the U.S., that same bank is not the same bank here, the Union Bank, because we tried that too, and that didn't work. So you have to understand these things, and also if you have a U.S. bank account, my bank requires a U.S. phone number. Therein lies lies the trick. A U.S. phone number, right? So we use my daughter's number. My daughter's not happy about that because sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning she'll get a text that says, please verify your account. But we've got it down to a science now where that happens maybe once a month, maybe once every other. It doesn't happen very often. And even though she's not real happy, 100% happy about it, that's what we do. I use her account. Now, for a while, I was using this Moto phone that I got through, just a second. I can't find it. It's around here somewhere. I use this Moto phone that I got through T-Mobile because T-Mobile has a deal. They have an international phone, sort of. It works. It works when you go to the Philippines, and it it works when you go to the Philippines. But it's not limited really. But it's limited to months, and it costs money. So rather than spending $60 a month, now if you have $60 a month, you just want to do that, you can do that. Have a phone here. But how often do I need that phone? Not very often, right? I've tried other things like Skype. I've tried Skype. Skype has used to have. They don't even have it anymore. They used to have a U.S. phone number you could use. So I use that to call people in for free on the internet. I use that to call people in the U.S. with the U.S. phone number. But it doesn't work anymore, right? I can still call people, but I can't receive calls. I can't get a U.S. phone number. Let me restate that. You can use Skype to call U.S. phone numbers, right? But I can't use it as a number anymore where they could call me. So they have to have Skype to call me. So Skype won't work, by the way, if you're verifying a bank account. A lot of those things won't work if you're verifying a bank account. I didn't want to get into the electronics thing. I'm going to do that later. This is more about banking and finance. So yeah, I kept my U.S. bank account. Some people I know that live here that are from the U.S. They have all their money sent to their wife's bank account, and they just do everything here. I don't do that because we try to separate, and it helps us budget. Because I'll send her. This is how much we have for groceries. I'll send that whole chunk to her whenever I get my teacher retirement pay, and then we try to do that, and that helps us budget. So that's the way we do it. Getting money here. Sometimes you need to have cash because you have to learn that most of the gas stations that we go to don't take the card, and some of the places don't take a card. They only take cash. And when you're traveling, you have to make sure you have cash on hand. So you can get cash from any ATM, right? Any ATM. You can use your U.S. debit card or your foreign debit card to get that cash. Now, my bank, U.S. Bank, which I brag about because I don't know if every bank does that, because the other banks, they will charge you a fee, 250 pesos. That's like $5, less than $5, but it's close to four something. But my U.S. bank account reverses the charge, and I don't have to pay a fee when I use my U.S. bank account debit card to get cash. I'm limited. You're limited to $200 a day, which is a lot of money. There's times when we needed more when we were buying appliances and whatnot. So you have to sort of figure all this out and where's the ATMs and just know that some days, like right after payday, when A lot of people get some. There's a lot of people who get government subsidies, or they get paid on once a month. So you don't want to go try to get money out of the ATM on those days because all the lines are full, and that sometimes the ATMs run out of money. It happens a lot. What I say sometimes, every one of them it will be closed here and there occasionally. So you have to know where all of them are. I know, for example, in Ingo Oak City, which is about 20 minutes from here. I know one, two, three, four, five, six. I know where there's like 6 or 7 ATMs, and sometimes you will have to hit them off if you want if you want to get cash. So you have to carry cash for certain things. You learn how to do that. You'll have to learn a lot of this stuff on your own, but it's real important that you have a U.S. phone number for your bank account. There's probably other carriers. I haven't found them yet. I was trying to find how can I get a U.S. phone number, a digital U.S. phone number online, and so far I haven't been able to do that. I can get one from Europe if you're European. I did find a couple of companies that would let you have an account from their phone, but U.S. is stricter, I guess, on the banking. Um, so that's it. So you're gonna have to figure a way to get your money into your hand when you need it. Carry cash with you when you need it. We always try to keep cash on hand. It doesn't always work out, but you'll figure it out. Where's all the ATMs and sending money to people? Like I say, Remitly, Zoom, XOOM, Western Union. There's probably a few others. Those are the ones I've used over the years. Um, and then you get money from your account and you send it. I don't do direct deposit from my retirement though. Some people do that too. So and you need the ACR card if you're going to be on your wife's account or open a bank account. Once you get that, you can open a bank account here. So that's it. Finances, banking in the Philippines.